Hello, this is Susan from susanlewismarketing.com. Now, one of the things that you end up doing when you join six-figure mentors, well, I have, is setting strategies to achieve what you actually want to do. And for doing that, you do need to know what you want to do. So the thing is, what I did was I set a to-do list, and that to-do list was all about moving forward with life. What I wanted was to effectively communicate so that my influence skills would improve, and that is important on social media. I had to sit down and I had to think about goal setting strategies, work out what were goal setting strategies. So when I joined the SFM, I decided to join the SFM Elite, and it's a form of membership. So I thought, and I listened to people, and they stated that the SFM Elite was a way of how to fast track your business. And at that stage I didn't have a business, so that was one of my goal setting things. I enjoyed social media for just being social media, and then I thought, wait on, I can do something with this, and that to me was important. Finding that it all, what's the word I'm looking for, it all aligned with doing what I most wanted. And I then had to find out what it was I actually most wanted. So that was my number one. What I found was that by using the digital bloggers side of things, DBL, Digital Bloggers Lounge, it was opening up a whole new environment, but you'll find out more about that later. So I read I think somewhere, a quote that said, "Your future starts today." And it certainly does. And it's not every day that your future starts, but in those particular things and what I was doing, it started that day. Everything just went like a chain reaction, and it all made sense. And I hope that you have one of those days soon. So what I sat down and did was a set of goals for myself moving forward. And one of those goals primarily was to develop a successful mindset. And when you know more of my story, you'll find out what a challenge that was. Alright, so one of the little tiny strategies I did was every day write myself a feedback note on how to evaluate what I was doing each day, and I used that as part of my hard copy journal. I wrote it in every day, and I try and be short and succinct, but it usually doesn't work. I'm usually rabbiting on. Alright, so what I learned from that was effectively to look after the minutes, and the hours would take care of themselves. In order to do that, though, I had to create my own timetable. So it went from a 36-month plan down to several variables of a daily timetable. And I learnt that that changed or altered as I was doing things. And the recent thing is setting up the lights to create videos and all that. And as I've done that, the creation of the videos and the annotations have become easier. So it's, yes, that amount of time is set, but now it has to be shortened because it's easier to do. Does that make sense? Practice makes perfect. Nothing's perfect, but at least I'm practicing. Alright, so I asked myself, is being the best I can enough without the six-figure mentors training program and actually completing it? And every time I went away from trying to complete that step-by-step program, I ended up in big rabbit holes and wasting a lot of time, but learning a lot. And I found that I have to narrow my focus down, and the easiest thing to do for that is to have an overall goal and work backwards, like I said. And each day I know that between 2:30 or 2:15 in the afternoon and 5:30 in the day, I am not here. I have set things I have to do. And in the morning I take the dog for a run because that's good exercise. He runs, I ride a bike. And I need those time-outs away from lights and away from computers, it's a digital detox, I suppose you could say. So plan that in your timetable. For me, food preparation's easy. There's just me, and I eat a lot of things natural, so that's fine. I can eat an apple on the run or a capsicum. It doesn't worry me. Grow sprouts, eat a handful. It doesn't worry me, but at least I know I'm getting a balanced diet. So the next thing I had to sort out was my circle of influence. When I have looked at it over the last 5 months, I've noticed that my circle of influence has definitely changed. And I'm passing those skills on. I have a friend, a family friend, an old family friend, whose son phones up, and every so often, and yesterday it was, I really don't want to go to the doctor. So I just said, well, if you don't go to the doctor, do not come back here. Simple. And he just calls in once a week or whatever, just to find out how I'm doing and to touch base, and off he goes again. And he stopped. And he went, I'm going to the doctor. And that's what circle of influence of friendship can do, because you're not holding their hand and taking them. You're just giving them guidelines. There you go. If you don't do it, don't come back. I don't want your negativity in my life, in my circle of friends. If you don't do this, then you are not healing yourself. Circle of influence. So ask yourself, have you created a social network of friends who will help you achieve these goals? I've just given you an example. Next thing is your meta story. I have learnt about meta stories. They do have to be specific and direct to what you want. If they're not, then things tend to happen, strange things. And even those strange things that are occurring and everything else, practice your gratitude. For each thing you do is a thing of beauty in itself. And I'm going to leave you at those things. So it's just the thought today I've had. I thought I would share it with you. So like I said, this is Susan from susanlewismarketing.com. There's a email address down below if you want to contact me. Come on this path as well, please do. I'd love to be in your circle of influence. Alright, I'll catch you later. Bye.